try to frustrate him. They try to run him. They try to send him back to Vegas. But I can tell you that the man I know, that the man Roosevelt Skerrit, his life is for you. He lives for you. He works for you. He breathes for you. Skerrit loves you. Skerrit loves Dominica. Skerrit is your Prime Minister. A man with a big heart. A man who cares about these people. A man who cares about the children, about the elderly, the men, the women, the less fortunate. My dear friends, comrades all, labor rights, tonight I take pride, I take pleasure, I take great heart. I invite to you the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit of Lakers. Roosevelt Skerrit of Lakers.
To God be the glory. Great things He has done. God is good, and all the time. Thank you very much, my dear friends, my dear Liberites, my dear Dominicans. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, once again this evening, comrades and friends, the political narrative of Dominica is repeated. Labour wins and UWP loses. Skerrit and the people of Dominica win, and the United Workers' Party, Edison James, Lennox Linton, and that group of political malcontents lose once again. I have never met a group of people for whom losing means so much. Oh, my dear friends, how I wish that they finally would get the message. Oh, how I wish that one day they would wake up to the reality that their style of politics is outdated, old-fashioned, divisive, and simply not working. But you know, you and I know that they will never heed. You and I know, my dear brothers and sisters, comrades and friends, they will not stop their campaign of personal vindication, insult, and innuendo. You and I know that come next week, they will move on from one blunder to another. And that in a few weeks or months, there will be a fresh set of eggs all over their faces. All I want to say tonight, as political leader of the Dominica Labour Party is that I do not want the UWP to move Addison James or Lennox Linton from the helm of the party. For as long as they are there, victory at every turn is assured for the Dominica Labour Party. Comrades and friends, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to start this evening by congratulating Mr. Petition on his victory at the appeals court yesterday. This is a man who did not deserve that type of stress and public ridicule. Peter has worked earnestly for the people of the Lapland constituency. He has done a very good job as Minister for Education and is a cohesive member of the Cabinet and Parliamentary team of the government and the Dominica Labour Party. He did not deserve this finger pointing and ridicule, but Peter is a man of God, and I always knew that fairness and justice would have triumphed over deceit and wickedness in not so high a places. I wish tonight also to thank my legal team, headed by Senior Counsel Tony Astapan, Alec Lawrence, Lennox Lawrence, Helen Felix Evans, and others. They continued to distill fact from fiction, lawful from lawless, and malice from reason and good sense. I salute them as patriots for their working selflessly and conscientiously to keep the band of political misfits from corrupting the politics and administration of the rule of law in Dominica. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, I am honestly not in a celebratory or gloating mood this evening. Rather, I am growing really sick and tired of this energy-sapping and time-wasting stunts on the part of the United Workers' Party to frustrate and retard the work of this government and the forward movement of this country. I said in the last general elections campaign, our goal in this third term was to carry Dominica to the next level politically, economically, and socially. They have caused us to spend 3 long years embroiled in this useless court wrangling. Ladies and gentlemen, I went along with it because I have every respect for the judicial system in our country and every confidence in the ability of our judiciary to decipher politics and propaganda from fact and law. I respect the laws of this country, and I respect the right of the opposition to do as they please, even if I consider it an abuse of privilege and opportunity. For 3 long years, Peter Seja and I have been held in emotional hostage, waiting to be told what everyone in Dominica, but Edison, James, Lennox Clinton, and that motley gang knew perfectly well, that we are 100% Dominicans, fully qualified, and we know our right to run for public office in this country. My dear friends, I wish to thank profusely and profoundly and to salute the people of the Lapland and Vegas constituencies for their forbearance and for their quiet and dignified handling of this entire affair. There are constituencies in all countries in the Caribbean and the world where the people who have expressed their annoyances and condemnation of this unrelenting and unnecessary persecution. But they remain peaceful. They remain dignified when they saw their leader and power reps being vilified every single day. So I am glad that this ordeal is over tonight. But I am extremely concerned that Dominica was forced to slow its rate of development as a result of all this time wasting and throwing up of red herrings on the part of the Workers' Party. I cannot help tonight but reflect on the fact that just within the last month in Grenada, for example, an entire party lost every single seat in the parliament, and not a day of production time was lost by that country. The winning party assumed office, the losing party faded away into the sunset, and the work of the country resumed as normal 12 hours later. Next door in Barbados, you had a cliffhanger of nail-biting proportions, where the government there won the election in the very last ballot box that was counted. 30 seats were up for grabs, 16-14 the final result, and Bajans went back to work to the job of developing Barbados the very next day. Not a word of sweet watery or sour grapes has been heard from the losing party in Barbados. They lost, they have accepted that, and have started to rebuild and prepare for the next battle. Indeed, when Mia Motley was asked to comment on a new cabinet, she told the reporters she is not in that. Give the government a chance to settle down and get on with your work. That, ladies and gentlemen, friends, is what I call a politically mature society. But here in Dominica, the Commonwealth of Dominica, which we all so love there, we had elections 3-4 years ago. We had a result of 18-3 in favor of the Labour Party. But only yesterday, a full 3 years after the people of Dominica voted, were the results finally accepted by the opposition party. I ask myself, ladies and gentlemen, what is wrong with my people? What is wrong with Edison James, Lennox Clinton, and that group of political misfits that they will go to such great lengths to make a joke of Dominica in this manner? So finally, ladies and gentlemen, we now have a final determination which must be universally accepted, that we have and have had a democratically elected government in Dominica. 3 years after people voted, we now have the final official result. Well, I'm saying tonight that there is a price you pay for such tomfoolery. There is a price you pay for wasting the time of the courts and the people. There is a price you pay for frustrating the work and progress of this government and the country for 3 whole years. The price you pay for such selfish, thoughtless, and irresponsible acts of political witch hunting is an extension by 5 years of your time spent in opposition. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, I did not celebrate yesterday. Neither did I celebrate today, nor will I celebrate tomorrow. I am reserving my celebration for this court victory to my victory and the victory of this great political party at the polls next time around. And I am telling you from now, the day after the next general elections will be a public holiday in Dominica. For I intend to have 1 full day of celebration of a triumph over these hooligans one more time. And let me say something tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Keith Mitchell in Grenada is my friend. I love him dearly, but I am really jealous of him. Keith has something that I want. He and his new national party in Grenada have accomplished something that I believe this Dominica Labour Party deserves. I am not saying what it is tonight. I am not saying what it is tonight. But if your guess is that it is a clean sweep of the polls, then I can't say you are wrong. The more I think of it, comrades and friends, the more I am determined that we cannot yield one single seat to them in the next general election. Furthermore, I am saying tonight that we are going to fight tooth and nail to increase our numbers in the parliament next time around. I want my revenge for 3 years of mental strain and stress to be a thorough and comprehensive whipping of the United Workers' Party and oppose whatever the next elections are held. And you know why I want to beat them badly? Because they are not good for Dominica. Can you believe Edison James had the goal? I almost said balls. To say a few weeks ago that he is going to soon release a manifesto for his party. They fought an entire election campaign 3 years ago without advancing one solitary idea for how they would approach the ruling of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember that night during the last campaign when Ron Green called the entire country to Newtown for the launching of the manifesto? I myself was even late for meetings, for I wanted to get a feel for what they were saying and offering so I could respond. We waited and waited, and finally when the man who wanted to be Prime Minister of this country took to the microphone, he said, "We are going to do it differently tonight. We are going to do it in a new way. We are going to launch our manifesto online." But he was so unprepared and not ready for the task that he had not even have a website address to give the people. He told them to go online and search for the manifesto. Eventually, they came up with a website, and when you went there, you found a hodgepodge collection of incoherent ramblings that made absolutely no sense to the intellectual or the illiterate. Not a single idea was proffered for this country by the United Workers' Party. They wanted to win an election on the basis of lies, deception, and propaganda. You dismiss them then, and I am saying tonight, you must dismiss them now. And when they come with this nonsense of a manifesto for Dominica, we must certainly dismiss them. What manifesto can Edison James come with at this stage of his life? Edison James has not read a book in 17 years. Edison James does not know how to turn on a computer. He has not traveled outside the region for 11 years. He has not been invited by a single group or organization to deliver a speech in 15 years. He doesn't even have cable television at his home to say he watches CNN or Fox News. Edison James is living in the dark ages, and that's where he wants to take Dominica. Every morning, he wakes up and goes to his banana fields for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He goes and he talks to the bananas, and that is where he gets his ideas. That is why I'm saying to you tonight, to reject and dismiss any ideas that Edison James comes for this country. The only friend of Dominica that Edison James and the United Workers' Party have is a Taiwanese ambassador in St. Kitts. Not even the administration in Taipei takes them on. Every few weeks, Leonard Linton sends copies of his radio program to St. Kitts as proof of the continuation of the struggle here in Dominica. And days later, they go to St. Kitts for little quarterly pittance. This is the behavior of people who say they want to run the government in Dominica. Can you believe, my dear friends, that this guy is celebrating the death of Hugo Chavez, the president of Venezuela? Did any of you listen to them the said afternoon or the morning after the death of Hugo Chavez? Are these people really human beings? Is there no depth too low for them to sink? Can you believe they said that the death of a human being is nothing to be sad or depressed about? I ask the people of Dominica this evening, what manner of men are these? The death of a 50-year-old human being is a sad and mournful state of affairs. There is no 50-year-old anywhere in this world who we can say deserves to die. Hugo Chavez was nothing but good and kind to Dominica. And I am saying tonight, I am bent on avenging this repudiation by Edison James, Lennox Clinton, and the Workers' Party by beating them in every single constituency in Dominica in the next election. And this victory, my fallen friend and brother Hugo Chavez, will be for you. So comrades and friends, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is not for gloating. Tonight is for recommitting ourselves to the task of nation building. Interestingly, even before I heard of the date for the handing down of the court's judgment, I commissioned a midterm scientific poll to measure the performance of the government 3 years into its third term. I have authorized Mr. Peter Wickham of Cadres to reveal the findings of that study as it sees fit. But suffice to say, Labour continues to lead the opposition in every area of focus in this country. We have beaten them in the north and in the south, in the east and the west. And listen to this, we are beating them here in Roseau Central. So they can continue to practice the politics of personal vindication, vilification, and divisiveness. Dominicans are not foolish. Dominicans know what is good and right for them, and clearly will continue to reject the politics and behavior of the Workers' Party. But by the same token, comrades and friends, I am mindful of the fact that notwithstanding your elation and the outcome of this case, you do have concerns with respect to a few matters which you would like the government to attend to. From speaking with several of you from across the length and breadth of Dominica, I know there is frustration on the part of many in finding suitable employment. Job creation is the #1 priority of this government. Whenever an investor, local or foreign, advances a business proposal for consideration, the first question I normally ask is how many potential jobs are there? Dominica is doing better than several other countries with respect to unemployment. Yet we are not at all comfortable with the number of people who are unable to find jobs. We are in the throes of a global economic recession where money is simply not circulating as we would like. I was in Grenada 2 weekends ago and in Venezuela last week and had the opportunity to speak to several of my counterparts in the Caribbean and Latin America. Their experiences are no different to mine, but yet your government has taken no comfort in this. We are vigorously pursuing several leads in tourism, in agriculture, in water resource management, and in housing. As a government, we are working also to contain the cost of living in this country. I hear you when you say your dollar is not stretching enough. Again, I could explain that this has to do with the cost of raw materials, especially corn and other grains, as well as the high cost of fuel used in the production and manufacture of several essential items. But that is no comfort to you. You want prices contained in this country, and the government is aware of your frustration. We are working to ensure, for example, that we improve efficiencies at our air and seaports, and that we continue to minimize taxes and other fees on imported goods. We will check also to ensure there is no widespread scale under or over invoicing of goods. But in the final analysis, ladies and gentlemen, you too have to help in this regard. You need to shop around a bit more and make sure you know where to go to get what you want. These are trying times, ladies and gentlemen, and I tell you there is no magic wand that I or any other person can wave to change the environment in which we live and operate. Speak to your relatives and friends in Antigua, in St. Martin, in New York, in Toronto, in Guadeloupe, and they will tell you all the same thing. The dollar is not on its own going far enough, and you are going to have to do your utmost to stretch it. By the same token, I am not going to sit silent and allow unnecessary advantage to be taken of you. Only this afternoon, I met with the directors of the National Bank of Dominica and told them how frustrated and annoyed I am with the pedestrian pace at which they are moving to effect systems to help small business owners in this country. I offered the National Bank $10 million 2 years ago to help small businesses, and not $1 has made its way to the small businesses. And I have said to them, I need that money on the people's businesses to help them to create more jobs in this country. So tonight, comrades and friends, ladies and gentlemen, I have come to Lagos to tell you that I am, and I've always been lawfully on the job to which you appointed me 3 years ago. I am here to tell you also that I am focused on the mission at hand. Because Edison James and the Workers' Party did their very best to distract me, hoping that I would have wasted the 3 crucial years in limbo, waiting for my election to be ratified. I am serving notice on you and on them tonight that soon I am going to need another 5 years to advance the work that I have started. There are several major projects that we are pursuing which the Workers' Party would have wished to frustrate, and they will have to pay for this. They are going to have to get another whipping at the polls whenever the next elections are called. So all is well, my brothers and sisters. Labor is on the march again. We have started a job and we intend to finish it. It is not our fault that we have had these distractions for the last 3 years. You gave us 5, and I am serving notice from now on tonight that we are going to want to get back our 3 wasted years in the Workers' Party. This wasting of our time in court must cost them another 5 years in opposition. I thank the Almighty Father. I thank you, my brothers and sisters, Dominicans, all of you, for your prayers and well wishes. I thank you for your many calls. I thank you for your many text messages. I thank you for your expressions of confidence and support in me as the leader of this country. I thank you for defending the government and I through thick and thin. I thank you for remaining true to the cause and for standing firm with the Dominica Labour Party. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you this solemn assurance that I shall never turn my back on you, the people of Dominica. I shall never forget your unwavering commitment and support. I will never forget you. I love every one of you as if you were my blood family. You are part of my extended family. All of you who came out to the courts every single day, who came out on the streets, who called the radio programs, demonstrating your support and your confidence in me as your leader. So I urge you to return to your communities, ladies and gentlemen, and begin your work. For I want you to tell all and sundry tonight, Skerrit has hinted that it won't be long. That Skerrit has hinted that it won't be long. So get yourself ready. Labor warriors, get yourself ready. Get yourself ready for another 5 years in government. Go back to your constituencies and prepare yourself, because you do not know the hour. I thank you, Dominicans. I thank you, and remain in defense and promotion of the party and government. And I tell you, I know all of you like faces. I know all of you like faces. My task is not over. And for those who believe that getting rid of Roosevelt Skerrit will put an end to the reign of Dominica Labour Party. Ladies and gentlemen, whether I am there or not, this Labour Party is there to stay as the real and absolute government of this country. Because Labour has been there with you in good times and in very, very bad times. I know we have to work tomorrow. And I want to thank you very much. Drive safely. We are a party of peace. We are a party of reconciliation. I do not hold anything against those who persecute me. I forgive them. Let us work. God bless you. But in a very special way, I really want to thank my constituents. I want to thank the people of Penville. The people of Penville. I want to thank the people of Vegas and the people of Chivo. These people are real solid supporters. And I say to you, we shall never forget you. Thank you. Go in peace and serve the Lord and country. Thank you, Mr. Government. Thank you very much.
We'll wake up to continue to serve our country We must hold on first. We got to get a fire. We never heard talk of the mountain tops. Wherever we are, carrying on. We say, God shall wash away all the tears from my eyes. In times when the storms and the tides are raging high, we know we shall live, and we know we'll survive it. So wash away all the tears. We know we must win the fight. Every week try come and meet upon our plan. We know the job, he is the best. Over trials and tribulations, we must try to wash away all the tears from my eyes. In times when the storms and the tides are raging high, we know we shall win, and we know we'll survive it. Shall wash away all the tears. We keep on fighting and fighting against the wicked in high and low places. No matter what they do, no matter what they try, I and I, we shall overcome. Because God shall wash away those tears from my eyes. In times when the storms and the tides are raging high,
searching for an identity, while the rich men say we are the menace to society, but they don't know what it's like. It's really like, what it's really like. Face real ghetto pain, to face real ghetto pressure, to face real ghetto pain. Yes, we get to pressure. On we go. If we try to go home, our brothers turn to crime. We need each other for a dime. While the oppressor says, and turn into what it is. It's the only way. If we get to pain, we face real ghetto pressure. We face real ghetto pain. We face real ghetto pressure. One day the table will turn to a man out there. Beware for our marriage will
Under that project alone, a number of jobs are to be rolled out.